The sperm whale is alone, and the pod has found it. These are orcas, the ocean's perfect killers. They tear the livers out of great white sharks. They drown blue whales twice their size. In their world, everything that moves is food. Now they circle, they close in. The sperm whale is slower than they are, and it has nowhere left to run. This should be over in minutes. And then, one by one, the orcas stop. They hang in the black water, watching. And then they turn, and they leave. The deadliest hunters in the sea just found an easy target and backed away from it. Something about this animal is not worth dying for. The question is what? And the answer is a set of weapons that has been killing giants for millions of years. The mystery only deepens when you look at the numbers. An adult female sperm whale runs about 40 to 50 feet long and 30 to 50 tons. An orca weighs 6 to 9 tons. So a single sperm whale outweighs an orca roughly 6 times over. That alone might explain the caution. Except orcas routinely kill the blue whale, and a blue whale reaches 100 feet and over 200 tons. That is 4 times heavier than a sperm whale. If a pod can bring down a 200-ton animal, a 50-ton one should be easy. So size is not the answer. The thing that makes an orca hesitate is not how big the sperm whale is. It is what the sperm whale does when the hunt begins. To understand the hesitation, you have to think like an orca. Every hunt is arithmetic. The energy and meat you gain has to outweigh what the fight might cost you. And against a sperm whale, the cost is catastrophic. A sperm whale's tail is a single slab of muscle wider than a car. One clean strike can shatter an orca's ribs or open internal bleeding that kills it days later. And an injured orca cannot hunt. An orca that cannot hunt starves. So the pod is not weighing a meal against hunger, it is weighing a meal against its own life. Most predators never face prey that can end them. When they do, the smart ones walk away. To see why the sperm whale is different, watch how orcas take the blue whale. The blue whale has one defense: run. It is built for it, a long, streamlined body that holds 30 miles an hour in a straight line. It has no teeth, a thin, flexible skull, and not a single instinct to fight. So it runs. And the orcas turn that against it. They hunt in relay, one group driving the chase while another rests. Then they switch, never letting the whale recover. They ram its flanks and throw their bodies onto its back, not just to wound it, but to add drag, forcing it to burn oxygen it cannot spare. After hours, the largest animal on Earth is too exhausted to surface. It does not bleed to death, it drowns. Now the sperm whale. Here is its first and strangest weapon. It is slow. It cruises at about 4 miles an hour, built for diving straight down, not racing across the surface. In a chase it loses every time, so over millions of years it made a decision that breaks the rules of the ocean. It refuses to run at all. When a pod closes in, the sperm whale stops, turns, and faces them head-on. And that single choice erases the entire orca playbook. You cannot run a relay against something that will not flee. You cannot exhaust an animal that is standing still, waiting for you. What a predator fears is not a stronger enemy. It is prey that has stopped running and is looking straight at it. And then there is the head. Look at a sperm whale, and a third of its entire body is a single blunt, square skull. People know it holds the largest brain of any animal, about 18 pounds. But that brain barely fills a corner of it. Most of that enormous space is something else, an organ packed with nearly 500 gallons of waxy oil called spermaceti. A leading theory holds that this head is a weapon, a biological battering ram. The whale may even control the oil's temperature with its blood, and as it cools, the oil stiffens toward wax, turning the front of its skull into a dense, solid mass. If that theory is right, the sperm whale swims with a hammer on the front of its body, and history suggests it is right. In 1820, an American whaling ship called the Essex was working the Pacific. It was 90 feet of solid oak, and it was rammed head-on twice by an enraged male sperm whale. The ship sank. That wreck became the story behind Moby Dick. Run the physics. A 50-ton mass moving at 20 knots delivers enough force to snap oak beams built to survive the open ocean. Now put an orca where the ship was. An orca is not oak. It is flesh, blood, and bone, and a head-on strike from that living hammer would crush its ribcage past anything it can survive. This is why the front of a sperm whale is a place no intelligent predator wants to be. Normally, orcas do not attack the strongest animal in a group. They go for the calves, harassing the mother until she is too tired to defend them. Against sperm whales, that plan collapses. Sperm whales live in tight families led by females, and when a calf is threatened, the pod performs a maneuver so precise it looks military. The adults gather into a circle, with the calves sealed in the center. They point their heads inward and turn their tails outward, and then those tails begin to thrash. Each strike from that ring carries enough force to stun or kill an orca outright. It is called the marguerite formation, the daisy. Faced with a wall of muscle like that, the orcas usually just hang back and watch. Breaking that circle is a suicide run. But what about a sperm whale caught alone, with no family to form the circle? Then it plays its last card and turns the ocean itself into a weapon. Orcas are surface hunters. They are fast and agile in the shallows, but they are mammals that breathe air, and they rarely go deeper than 1,000 feet. The sperm whale is the greatest deep diver on the planet. It drops to 3,000, even 6,000 feet, into a crushing black world it is built to survive, to hunt giant squid in the dark. So when a lone sperm whale is threatened, it simply points its head down and sinks. The orcas can follow for a few hundred feet before the pressure becomes a wall. Go deeper and they die. The sperm whale just keeps going. Everything so far has been about the females, the mothers who protect their young together. But there is something in the sperm whale world far more untouchable: the adult males. Sperm whales are extreme in their difference between the sexes. A female weighs around 16 tons. A bull can reach 70, 4 times heavier and roughly twice as long. These males live alone. They do not need a circle, and they do not need to hide in the deep, because no orca pod on Earth is reckless enough to touch them. There is not a single recorded case of orcas killing a healthy adult male sperm whale, and this is the real answer to the paradox. Orcas attack the 200-ton blue whale because it is a gentle filter feeder, a cargo ship that cannot fight back. The bull is a battleship, an apex predator that hunts in the abyss and answers a threat with violence. There is one last reason, and it reaches back millions of years. Sperm whales did not evolve their armor to fight orcas. On the timeline of the ocean, orcas are a recent problem. The ancestors of the sperm whale grew up in a far more violent sea, sharing the water with the megalodon, a shark that reached 60 feet, and with Livyatan, a prehistoric relative of the sperm whale itself, an apex predator with teeth nearly a foot long, built to kill other whales. To survive monsters twice the size of any orca, the sperm whale was, in effect, over-engineered. Blubber up to 14 inches thick, tough as rubber, against orca teeth only 4 inches long that cannot reach anything vital. a dense skeleton built to absorb bone-breaking impacts. When an orca looks at a sperm whale, it is looking at a survivor of an age of monsters. A modern pod is a problem this animal was built long ago to outlast. So we come back to the question, why does the deadliest hunter in the ocean refuse to fight a slower, smaller animal? Not because it can't win, because winning would cost too much against a creature that will not run, will not break, and hits back hard enough to end the hunter. The sperm whale never had to be faster or more vicious than the orca. It only had to be impossible to kill. Pure strength, it turns out, has limits, and the sperm whale sits right at the edge of them. An immovable force the smartest predators in the sea have learned to leave alone. It does not need to hunt the orca to win. It only needs to exist and refuse to yield. Before you go, tell me in the comments which of these weapons you would least want to meet in the dark. The battering ram head, the wall of tails, or the crushing abyss. And here is the strangest part. Where does an animal this dangerous go when it wants to feed? Straight down into a darkness where it hunts something that fights back just as hard. That is where we go next.